I have a very important question.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued.
God damn!
Is a taco a sandwich?
This is very important. No, a taco is a taco, just like a hot dog is a hot dog.
A hot dog's not a sandwich either?
No. Dear God, no.
What makes them not sandwiches, though?
Because they're different foods.
Okay, but it's meat in bread.
It's not meat and bread.
Well, a hot dog is for sure.
Okay,
meat
that
in
yeah.
bread.
Sorry, I was still thinking of taco. That's meat and corn or flour.
Flour, in my opinion.
I guess is also bread made out of flour.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I'm thinking crunchy taco for sure. What kind of taco are we talking? Because
I'm thinking of like a homemade taco, like a fucking TJ taco.
okay, either way you put it, if you're thinking like soft shell or whatever, soft taco,
Mm-hmm.
then that's closer to a wrap than a sandwich, you know?
Well, how is a wrap not a sandwich?
Because it's a wrap. When you go to the store and you order a sandwich, they're like, okay, what kind of fucking bread? And you're like, tortilla? Then they'd be like, what the fuck? Order a goddamn wrap, you psycho.
This is a burrito.
If it's cold, then it's a wrap. If it's warm, then it's a burrito.
Tacos are hot.
Okay, so then it's
So they're
a
not
burrito.
wraps. Well, they're not wraps. And they're not burritos because they're not wrapped all the way around.
Okay,
So they're sandwiches.
But sandwiches don't have to be hot, right? Sandwiches can be cold.
They can be anything.
I was just distinguishing the difference between wraps and burritos, not sandwiches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back
That's
the
fair.
fuck up.
That's fair. I'm sorry. But also, is cereal soup?
You can tell you've been talking to Dylan. And no, it's not soup.
Because it's not hot?
You have to cook soup.
Not
if you
always.
could serve it cold.
You don't
but
always have to
cook
cook
it.
soup.
What soup are you serving that you're not cooking?
I don't know off the top of my head,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty
So
sure that I've
don't
had
just
soup that's not
blatantly
cooked.
say that you don't have to cook soup. Do you cook cereal? I guess if it's grits or
That's not cereal.
oatmeal. Yes, it is.
That is not cereal.
Yes, those are considered like a breakfast cereal.
No.
Yes.
I disagree with all
It's
of
called
my
hot
heart and
cereal.
soul. Get the fuck out of here. Cereal is not hot.
Is this like how a wrap is not a sandwich?
Yes. Apparently I
I
take
do
a hard
version.
stance on breakfast foods, though. Okay, Stacey.
Yes, Aaron.
I'm glad we had this very lengthy debate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you brought me into it and I could be a part of it.
All right.
Fucking won that one.
You did not.
Stacy, point one.
I'll come back with some
You will
very
later
good
on.
rebuttals.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you know how I work.
I'll be like, God damn, that's a good point. I didn't
She
even
makes some
think
solid points.
of that. Too bad it's too late. Debate closed, bitch.
Oh, your window's up.
I get the fucking trophy.
Shit. All right, give me your goddamn.
Okay, so this is a totally different goddamn than what I was going to go with, and like far too oversharing.
Ooh.
But I mean, now you know what it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure that we were poisoned because I have never been so aware of my asshole in my life. Holy shit. I think I need a donut to be sitting right now. It's bad. We ate pizza yesterday.
Oh my God. I think you're just lactose.
Okay, that is a fucking fair point.
Yeah.
Which is true. But this
and
is different.
your husband definitely is.
This is different. And you told me you didn't feel good earlier, too.
Yeah, but also I'm about to have Shark Week, so that's just my body being like, fucking rip this shit apart,
Get rid of
start over.
everything.
You're about to have a hell of a
purge.
time. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we were poisoned still because also Lee is experiencing it. And it's like, you're totally fine. And then all of a sudden you're like, I need a bathroom, like now. And it is an emergency. And I don't think I'm going to make it. And I don't feel good. And then you get to the bathroom and you're like, why? Why?
And you're like sweating and you
Oh my God, I took off all my clothes right before you got here. You were like, I'm coming to record. And I was like, no, it's too soon. I don't have enough time.
I'm not ready.
And I had like the goosebumps, but they were bad. And I was like debating, do I get off the toilet and lay on the floor and die here? Or, or do I just stay here and wait it out? Like wait for the next wave to come?
You know, I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. I have shit to do. I'll go set up. You just die.
I know. And I started to text it to you, and then I didn't feel well enough to text. And I put my phone down. You know, when you put everything down and you're like, okay, right now we're going to focus on living.
Yeah, I just got to concentrate, get through this next fucking gurgle gut.
It was so bad. And then it was like at the end when the storm had ended, which I'm not very confident that it's over even now. We're going to have to pause, and I'm going to fucking bail out of here so quick. Or
if
else
I see you run, I'll just pause.
You're gonna ruin the she shed.
I'll be like, either there's a murderer and she's trying to escape, or she's gonna shit herself.
Yeah, it will be that one. Yeah. I might shit myself.
Don't christen the murder pod.
Yeah,
shit.
I might. It's fucking a close call. But like I said, never been so aware of my asshole before in my life. And it was like a dabber at the end. I was like pulling out baby wipes and just like being so gentle. My body was so mad. I literally... Like, I gave birth, and my asshole has never hurt so bad in my life.
Oh, my God.
What have we done?
Well,
I've
it was
been
really
poisoned.
Good. Well, it was pretty good.
Pizza was pretty good, yeah. And I had more of it today, so I doubled down on the poison.
Yeah. Or you doubled down on cheese and dairy.
Yeah.
You also said you had mac and cheese for dinner.
That was my second worst decision that I made today, was following it up with like, I'm already like, I haven't felt well all day, and I've been running to the bathroom like every 5 seconds. And you get done and you're like, okay, I feel great again. It's like a contraction.
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
glad
it's
that's over.
Yeah, cool. That was a mess back there. And then as soon as I
I'm
sit
a different
down,
person now.
Yeah, as soon as I sit down, I'm like, nope, gotta go back.
Oh, man.
Gotta go back.
When you sit down and like you've never felt yourself sit on your butthole before, and then all of a sudden you're like,
experiencing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, before I
when
gave
has
birth,
that touched stuff?
Right? Before I gave birth, I've never felt my asshole. I felt it burning, you know, from fire shits.
Like hot fries.
But like sitting down, I never really fucking noticed it.
Oh, God. After
you give birth. That's all you think about.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my asshole at right now? Found it. If you think hard enough, you can find your asshole. Normal people can't feel that. Or like, if you haven't given birth before. I don't remember ever thinking about my asshole before.
I don't remember ever thinking about my
birth.
asshole before either. But then after birth, I would sit down and be like, and one at a time. Like, asshole, vagina. Okay, we're settled. Everything's fine.
Oh my God, so true. Asshole, vagina.
Like,
and
rock down.
Yeah, gently.
Yeah.
And then you slowly ease the rest of your weight down. Like, okay, even pressure. Nothing's going to blow out.
Everything's fine. Do not slide in hot.
Oh my God. Why does nobody talk about this stuff?
Because other people have, like, I don't know, fucking decency.
I mean, I would have loved to know, like, okay, yes, creating a child is like one of the greatest things that will ever happen to you in your life. And you don't.
It's just a miracle.
Yeah. And you like could never imagine your life without them.
Yeah.
All the beautiful shit that
you know
you're
what the
supposed
miracle
to say.
is? That you're still fucking alive
that
after.
Your insides just don't fall out of your body.
I mean, mine are trying.
They
still.
are every day.
Yeah.
That's what's so concerning.
Yeah. And my doctor's like, you should do Kegels.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should shut the fuck up.
I've never liked exercise. Ever. But Kegels are such a pain.
Oh my God.
I hate doing Kegels. They're the worst. Why are they so hard?
They are the worst. And everyone's like, it's fine, you can do them in traffic. And you're like, I'm already having a bad day.
I'm not going to try to power through with
You
Kegels.
can just do it in class. No, you fucking can't.
No, I do one Kegel and then I space out and I'm like, have I been doing them? I don't know. That's why we need to do them.
And like one eye is more closed than the others because you're like thinking about it too hard.
Like, did I just do one?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm fucking crying.
Oh my God, I hate Kegels. I've never hated an exercise more in my life. Oh God, hot dog down the hallway. Why would I do Kegels? If I ever had a third, I want that shit flying out of there.
Oh my God,
I don't want any
right?
trapdoors holding anything
Just put a
shut.
fucking zipper.
I don't need it to be fucking tight as shit.
Yeah, it's fine. Can
I
I
mean-
just get like a mommy makeover or whatever those things are? Like tighten that bitch up?
I don't even want it or
Can I
need
just
it.
take out my uterus?
I can hold a tampon in there, so that's all I need.
I can't unless I cough.
Yeah, that's true. I can't even hold my pee if I
Do
cough.
not sneeze.
That's not even a
It
shape.
just shoots into the toilet.
I remember you telling me that story. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, truth is funny, man.
It's different.
It's
There's
so
a lot
funny.
of guys that listen, surprisingly.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, listen,
I'm
be
real
thankful you
sorry.
can't feel your asshole unless it's itchy.
What if they can?
Okay,
What
then
if they're
that is
just in
something.
tune with their bodies?
What if all men can feel their asshole at all times?
I don't think they can. I think they've got to be like way more aware of their balls and stuff.
Like, yeah, that's true. They have more important things to pay attention
Mhm.
to.
Like when they sit down and you see them jump back up real quick, they just sat on a
yeah,
ball.
Yeah, they just nutted themselves. Oh my god!
And they're like,
would-
oh, my pants just pinched me. No, they didn't. No, they
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, we know what happened there.
I just heard a very fun, colorful saying today for the
Oh.
first time ever.
Oh,
Do you know what a moose knuckle is?
is that like a really large vagina camel toe?
Well, it is the opposite of a camel toe. It's on a dude when they have too tight pants, and they call it a moose knuckle.
I could see it.
I literally just learned that before I came here.
Oh my
And I was cracking up, and I told Brandon, and he was like, that's stupid. And I was like, who the fuck did I marry?
Oh my god, moose knuckle.
Yeah.
Of course it'd be a more menacing animal than a
Right?
camel.
It's big and scary.
Oh god, it's so big and scary.
Thick boys.
Oh my god. Okay, well, on that lovely note,
Mm-hmm.
give me all goddamn, girl.
Well, so mine is just the other day, my kid, his newest thing is he likes to battle. And
Oh,
so
God.
he's like, Mommy, let's battle. And then he'll
No.
get like something soft or whatever, and I'll get something soft, and we just hit the things together. Like, this is so fun, right?
Okay, that does sound fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a good time. Or like a pillow. We have a pillow fight. He
Yeah.
always loses.
Yeah.
He's weak.
Loser.
So, I know. Listen. I'm pretty good, though.
Yeah, I could only imagine.
Yeah. And so then my husband was like, hey, bud, let's battle.
I have knives.
Yeah. And my kid goes, Miss Donna said don't battle. Miss Donna's his daycare lady. And
Smart.
yeah.
Oh my god, I love your fucking kid.
he's so cute and just a fucking rule follower.
Yeah, he's so obedient.
Yeah. And he goes, Miss Donna said don't battle. And my husband goes, well, we're not at Miss Donna's right now, so let's battle. And I was like, this is probably going
God
to end
damn
badly.
it. That was your husband growing up too, so you better
100%.
keep a check on that shit for him.
And he's trying so hard to make our kid to be just like that.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's gonna succeed with the girl. She's fucking insane. she's
a
crazy.
psycho.
Yeah, and she's dramatic. And my husband's just like, I don't know. I'm like, where do you think this came from? It's you. This is all you.
You made this.
100%.
That's
Yeah.
what Lee says to me all the time.
And then my kid is my other kid, my older kid, my lovingly sweet little cautious boy is just following after me. Like, I don't think we should do that, guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're right. Let's
Yeah.
go over here.
Let's go do something safe, like organize these crayons.
Literally. So Brandon's like, we're not at Miss Donna's house. Let's battle. And my kid's like, all right, cool. Like, we're about to have a good fucking time.
Oh no.
And so they start battling. Obviously, they bump heads.
Naturally.
And my kid gets hurt and he falls on the ground and he's crying. And I look over
Aw.
and he gets up and he's holding his head and he goes, Miss Donna said don't battle. Oh my God, I was dying. I was like, are you serious? You're such a role follower.
Brandon.
Fucking
What did Brandon say?
He got on the ground too and held his head and was like, ow, I hurt my head too. Oh, we're
Oh.
both hurt. Like to
Like,
make it like,
Not a big deal.
yeah.
Were you like, I have
fine.
to fucking kill Brandon now?
I did like go over to the gate and be like, come here. Because Brandon will try and console him. Like, no, it's fine. Come here. And then my kid will see me and be like, Mom.
Yeah, is better at this.
Like, she's got this shit. Brandon's really good at battling, obviously.
Yeah.
He won that round.
Yeah. Clearly, fucking 1 point, Brandon.
Yeah. But I'm the consoler. I'm the fucking boo-boo healer.
Aww.
Yeah. So I had to do that. But it just cracked me up. Miss Donna said don't battle. I told Miss Donna about it, and she was like, yeah, that's why we don't battle. It's like, fucking right.
Miss Donna's fucking awesome.
She is. She's great. I love her.
Oh man. Okay, well, on that note, Erin, are you ready for my story this week?
I've never been more ready for anything in my life.
Okay, well, this week I'm going to tell you about Tia Rigg.
Tia Rigg.
Tia Rigg. In 2010, Tia Rigg was a 12-year-old girl. By the way, before I get started, I'm just going to
Fucking child warning?
Yeah, I cannot believe I did this story, is all I'm going to tell you. And I don't know why I keep picking these and why I keep doing them. And also, we have a listener who was like, what the fuck, bro? Do my goddamn story. Because they keep suggesting a story where a bunch of little boys die. And I'm like,
no.
I don't want to read about that shit.
I'm glad I haven't seen that one pop in.
Yeah. And then I researched it and everything. And I'm like, I'll fucking do this case next time. It's like one that's going to take some time.
Okay.
But anyway, somehow I stumbled on this one.
Okay.
And here we are. Tia loved her mother and 3 siblings very
As most 12-year-olds do, but okay.
Okay. Wow. Way to harp on my fucking writing.
She had interests such as school and PE.
All right. Let me read my goddamn
and
bullets.
horses.
I was saying.
Was that the next bullet?
Yes, it is the next bullet. Not horses. Okay. I was going to let you know that she loved her mother and 6 siblings.
God damn.
I wrote 3 because when I first read, there were only 3 in the picture, but 3 more come along later that I will tell you about.
Okay.
So she had 6 siblings that she loved very much, and she was described as fun and smiley.
All right. As most 12-year-olds. Well, not most, I guess. I just did a story last week where the girl was rather odd.
Yeah.
She wasn't 12. She was like 16.
Fucking right? Okay.
At any rate.
Anyway, my next bullet says, I guess most 12-year-old girls would be described that way. All right, fucker. I got it.
All right.
But for Tia, this was especially amazing because she didn't exactly grow up in the best of households.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Evidently, her mom had a bit of a history of drug abuse. Like, she was, like, super addicted to meth and crack cocaine.
Oh.
Not the good kind of drugs.
No.
And because of this drug abuse, Child Protective Services were prevalent in Tia's life.
Mm-hmm.
She had 3 older siblings, right? And so while her mother was pregnant with Tia, those children got taken away from her.
Aw.
And they were sent to go live with, like, family members or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And so Child Protective Services was like, clean up your shit, you're pregnant. And so she got clean, and they were like, okay, you can keep the baby, but also we're going to have an agent on your case, right?
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on you.
Yeah, exactly. So growing up, Tia, her 3 older siblings always lived in another household.
Oh.
Like, they were still under the care
of
another family member.
That's sad. Well, but also probably better for them.
Yeah, probably. But here's the thing. So everything I read just kind of hinted at that. Like, the kids always lived in another place, but it wasn't, like, totally clear if they all lived together under the same roof or not.
Okay.
So after Tia was born, there were 3 more kids. So now her mom has had a total of 7 children, right?
Yes. Jesus.
Yeah, it was a lot of fucking kids.
She's real loosey-goosey, too.
Mm-hmm.
She needs a goddamn zipper on that bitch.
Mm-hmm. Practice some Kegels.
Do some Kegels.
Oh, my God. Blech. Okay, so now Tia's living with her 3 younger siblings. So there's 4 of them in the house. They have Child Protective Services. Everything's going okay. But I guess in her records and Tia's records later on after the fact of the story that I'm going to tell you, it had originally stated that she was, quote, likely to suffer neglect living in her mother's household.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. So they were like, fucking red flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
But her case had been escalated to likely to suffer physical abuse because her mom had become violent from the drug use.
Oh.
And, like, nothing was really done. Like, they were just like, yeah, she might be experiencing violence in the household.
Oh, God.
And then nothing changed in her
So, like,
case.
they knew that shit was going down.
Yeah, and
or
she's
probably going down.
Yeah, and she was still living with her mom.
Oh, my God, that's so sad.
Isn't it?
I don't like these ones.
I know, it is really sad. This is not a good one. This is
right.
really bad. Just put your mind into, like, the worst fucking place you can go. And I don't know why I picked it.
I don't
I'm
either.
sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Okay, her fucking story needs to be told. 'Cause
Okay.
Motherfuckers.
Okay. You right. You
Listen,
right.
we have a platform and a duty to uphold to tell dick jokes. Exactly. Yeah.
Duty.
Her mother had actually gone to prison twice for assault and robbery and was known to be suicidal and to use a lot of illegal drugs, like I said, right?
Mhm.
So she had a fucking track record. Even though she grew up with such a rough childhood, she made the best of it as she could, and she quickly adopted a sort of like nurturing role to her younger siblings,
Mm-hmm.
and she would often take care of them.
Somebody's got to be the mom.
Right? So This little girl had like the worst fucking cards dealt to her, and she was still like, I love my mother very much. I love my family. She was happy-go-lucky, like at school. All of her classmates were like, she was always so like cheerful and funny and like,
Yeah, just a good fucking spirit.
yeah, lit up the room, whatever,
Mhm.
Like you didn't know that she had this rough life.
Yeah.
She didn't let it show. Also, growing up in Manchester, it was only natural that she loved the Manchester United Football Club.
Aw.
Yeah, so she was like a die-hard fan.
Yeah, that's adorable.
I know, isn't it so sweet? Okay, so I'm not quite sure if Tia didn't have a television or didn't have access to the channel that would air the soccer games or the football games.
Yeah.
But having the opportunity to actually watch a game was a real treat to her.
Aw.
And so she would often have to go to other people's homes in order to be able to watch her favorite team play.
Yeah.
Tia's mom, Lynn, she had a 38-year-old brother by the name of John Madden.
Oh, shit.
Not the John Madden.
Is
Different.
he just circling shit on TV all day?
The team who gets the most point wins the game.
Yeah.
Not that John Madden.
Fucking words of wisdom, man.
But same name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she had a brother named John Madden who was obviously Tia's uncle, right?
Yeah.
And Tia would often go over to his house. Like, he was a big Manchester United fan also. So they were always talking sports, or they were pretty close. Like, Tia would call about family issues. She went to his house alone and, like, fucking met the new puppy dog that they had.
And it wasn't weird,
And
right?
it wasn't weird. Not at
Okay.
all. She was totally comfortable
Okay.
with her uncle, had a close relationship with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super awesome. John had a 10-year-old daughter, and on Saturday, April 3rd, 2010, he called up Tia and asked if she would be able to come over and babysit for him.
Okay.
I guess this was also like a typical thing.
She's only like 2 years older than this girl.
I know, kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But he had talked to Lynn, her mom, and was like, hey, I need a babysitter. Do you think Tia could come over and babysit, whatever? And Lynn was like, sure, hell yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I barely know how to work the phone better than you.
You want chicken nuggets? I too can microwave.
Yeah.
Now, Tia was super excited at this idea because it just so happens that Manchester United was playing against Chelsea that day.
So she's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to a house with cable.
Exactly. She was like bummed she couldn't watch it, whatever, blah. And then I'm going getting fucking cable.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about John.
Oh, tell me a little bit about John.
John, like I said, he had a 10-year-old daughter
Mm-hmm.
who was the product of a previous marriage that didn't work out. So he had gotten a divorce and he did something like worked in warehouses or some shit for work.
All right.
It's kind of like not really clear. But what is...
The old blue collar guy.
Yeah, he did some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But what is clear is that John was known to spend a lot of time online.
Okay.
Turns out that during all of this online time, he was busy developing an obsessive interest in reading about and looking at images related to rape and torture.
Oh, nope. I
Yep.
don't like him anymore.
Yep, most of which was related to pedophilia. Awful.
Oh,
Like-
no.
Like,
No. I had such high hopes for John Madden.
he sounded very nice, right?
Yeah.
Dude's a dick.
What year was this?
2010.
This is Madden 10.
Madden 10.
2010.
Yeah, Madden 2010. Okay, so like I was saying, though, the police had actually, like later on, obviously he's about to do some bad stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but later on, they go through his computer and shit, and they found so many images that somebody who's like an expert in this field, which has to be the worst field to work in,
Yeah.
said that he literally owned all of the images that are known to the black web, like that he was aware of were on the black
What?
web of this, like, of like children being tortured.
All
Or
of them?
All of them. I can't imagine there's a lot of them. But
I can imagine that there'd be some that you haven't seen before.
I would think, like, maybe you saw one and you were like, wow, that was crazy.
But I guess if it's something that you're like looking for.
Yeah, and he had them all, like, saved to his computer.
Oh my God.
Like, he was really looking for them.
Ugh, what a piece of shit.
He's a total piece of shit.
I hate him.
I hate him, too.
I had such high hopes for John
I
Madden.
know. I'm sorry that I made them crash.
Yeah.
Like I said, related to torture, pedophilia, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would watch these videos on how to kill someone
Ugh.
and would store his information on computers and his cell phone.
Oh,
Like,
God.
He would, like, save them in little files.
Like you need that information on the go?
Yeah, I don't fucking know why. Solid point. Don't know. I mean, maybe he's like, I don't have access to my computer right now and I really need to watch this shit.
I really need to know how to garrote a person.
Ugh. But what's crazy, it was like specific to children.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Super fucked up. And he would save these things in files on his computer and on his phone, and they were labeled shit like snuff
Ugh.
or snuff movies.
Okay, you're supposed to label it like taxes 2009.
Right? That's what I was thinking. What the fuck, bro?
Or like
Like, if you're
really
gonna hide
boring documents.
Literally, one's called brutal rape.
Oh
Why
my
would you
God.
name it that?
Why would you name it that?
Very unimportant documents. Don't look here. Somewhere else.
That's what everyone's fucking porn folder is named.
Yeah.
If you have a porn folder. I don't
Right?
know who the fuck is still storing that shit.
I don't fucking know either.
It is 2010.
Also,
Just watch it, stream it. Whatever.
right, fucking do whatever. I have a
Something.
question about the dark web.
Okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, so probably take it out. Maybe, I don't know. But I went on the dark web.
I was just going to ask you, like, how does the dark web work? Like, do you go to it separately? Is it a different fucking browser? Like,
yeah, so you have
like
to
Fox
download
dark web.
You have to download a browser called Tor, I think.
Oh my God, we probably shouldn't promote this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that anybody that wanted to could Google it.
Figure it out. They're not learning it here.
Yeah,
They're not learning shit here.
No, listen,
Okay.
and I'm probably wrong. Also, I don't know how to spell it because it
Okay.
wasn't me that did it.
Okay.
Um,
Is it like torrent? Like, you know?
Yeah, it's like torrent, but
Okay.
it's like Tor is
Okay.
what the browser is called.
I'll
and
get
then,
the door Tor.
Exactly.
All right.
And you go through the door on Tor
Okay.
into the dark web. And then from there, you have to have like the fucking address of the thing that you're looking for.
Like the IP address?
Like, I guess everything is like .onion instead of like .com. I don't know. It was really fucking
What?
weird.
Onion?
The person,
That's
yeah,
weird.
yeah, the person that I was, who was shepherding me through the dark web,
Yeah, yeah.
he was like, you just like he was explaining it all as he went because he was very fucking. He's an explainer,
Uh-huh.
and he's like he just wants to inform everybody of everything and teach them things. And so
Yeah.
I was like fucking blown away, and I'm
that
like,
you could
"Well,
access this. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he's just lying to you.
oh no,
I'm just joking.
oh okay, yeah, probably." I was like, oh no, because we looked at some shit and I saw some prices, and I was like, what is that? And he explained all of the things. Apparently,
my
he's real
God.
into things.
What the fuck were you doing? I have so many questions.
Me and Brandon were just learning. And he was like, oh yeah, this is actually a really good deal. And this is what this means. And you have to buy like this much of this one. And this is what that person's selling. And
What
I'm
are they
like,
selling on the dark web? That is okay.
None of it's okay.
Yeah, but what is he so into?
Drugs.
Okay. It's like, that's a great price on heroin.
Yeah, basically. He's like, oh, this is like a ton of like 100 tabs of acid or something or whatever the fuck it is. And he's like, it's actually a really good price.
What
I'm going to
the
bookmark it
fuck?
or whatever. And I'm like, man.
That's crazy.
Do you,
so
bro?
So he was like heroin.onion.
Yeah, basically. I don't remember what they actually were, but he was like, you have to know like the seller or something, like who you want to go see and see their stock. It was something fucking like that. I don't know. And then everything was .onion. And so then he's like, let's try this one. And then he went into like one link and it was like, didn't work. And then he went to a different link and it was like, yeah. And I was like, do they have my IP address now? Like, what's happening
Oh
here?
God, he was using your computer?
No, he was using his computer.
Oh.
But
like
he was at
in
my
your
house. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of that works.
I don't either. And he said, don't worry, I'm always running a VPN. And I was like, I know what that means. And then we dropped it.
Oh my God. I have to use a VPN every day for work.
Oh.
So maybe we could just use my work computer for the dark web.
Yeah, you
kidding.
probably
I'm
could.
totally kidding.
To
I'm
your
kidding.
boss who
I'm
listens.
Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding times 1,000.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk more after this podcast.
All right.
But also, I totally forgot that I'm telling you a story right now.
Because we just got real into it.
I literally got so distracted. I forgot that we were podcasting. So back to my story, fuckface.
All right.
Not you, a fuckface. You're not a fuckface. This fuckface guy,
I
not
was
you.
just trying to teach you a thing.
No, I'm fucking gonna go lose my mind watching 1,000 documentaries now. I need to know everything about the dark web. I've never thought about it once, except for right now.
Okay, I'm literally going to send you Case Files fucking 3-part episode on it because it's really good.
Okay, I'm about to lose hours of my life.
Yeah, at least 3 of them.
Okay, well, there are detectives that know everything about the dark web, evidently, and they were like, this motherfucker had all of them, all of the known images on the dark web.
Jesus.
He had them saved.
All right.
So that's why they're calling it an obsession, they were like, oh, fuck.
If he had only had like half of them, it would just be like a hobby.
Well, and I guess he started researching these things like a year prior. So within that year, he collected all of the images.
Oh my God.
So he was busy.
I guess.
Which is why he had his phone on his phone too. He
I
was
guess.
like, I got to do this shit on the go.
Yeah.
Got goals to meet.
Got goals to meet.
Okay, so.
Fucking really boring tax documents, 2009.
Right next to brutal rape.
Yeah. Ugh.
Obviously, no one in the family knew that John had these obsessive interests or anything.
Yeah.
Because.
Interests.
Yeah.
Let's call them that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not here to kink shame, but like I'll shame that one.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Tia would regularly frequent her uncle's house, like I said, and nothing out of the ordinary ever occurred. Nobody was fucking flagged to any of this weird shit at all. So when he invited her over to babysit, she went to his house totally unsuspecting of what was about to happen to her at the hands of her fucking uncle.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I guess because this had been going on for a year, they're suspecting that he had been planning out this ultimate fantasy for that whole, like, for over a year, you know? Like, oh shit, I'm gonna research how to do this.
Oh my God.
And then he used his niece as his own victim. So, like, trigger warning to the max. Ready?
Oh, I hate it.
Turns out John didn't live far from Tia.
Okay.
So, when he called her up, she was, like, at his house within 30 minutes, right?
Oh my God, it's like murder delivery.
Yeah, to, like, go babysit. So when she got in, John used an antipsychotic drug, which is, like, also a tranquilizer or some shit,
Okay.
called olanzapine. Olanzapine.
Okay.
I don't know how he used it. I don't know if it was like you put it on a fucking cotton and you're like, smell this dish towel. Does it smell like olanzapine? Or is
Yeah.
it like you crush it up and put it in a drink, but somehow, or like fucking stab it in her with a needle?
Oh, God.
I have no idea how it's administered,
Okay.
and I didn't research it
Good.
because that's what this podcast is about. But it has a sedative effect.
Mm-hmm.
And it knocks her kind of out. Like, she was awake, but she, like, couldn't fight back or anything. So she's, like, fully conscious and aware
no.
of what's happening.
No.
But she can't do anything.
No.
Which
That's
I
a
guess
fucking nightmare.
I know it is. This whole thing's a fucking nightmare. But I'm like, yo, bro, how'd you get this goddamn medicine, right? Like, what's going on here? And it said that it was prescribed to him. So I'm like, what the fuck scenario do you need this prescribed to you?
Maybe he's schizophrenic and he's taking antipsychotic medication.
And it just,
I
like,
don't know.
fucking dulls him out in a bad
Like if he's on a
skit.
bad trip or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, maybe in like lower doses, it just like levels him out. But then in like higher
maybe.
doses, it like fucking levels you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I should have probably researched that more. For that, I apologize. So now she's knocked out,
Okay.
but still aware.
Yeah.
And he carries her upstairs to a bedroom.
I fucking hate this.
I know, where he undressed her and tortured her by violently raping her as well as using foreign objects.
Oh, okay.
He then stabbed her
Oh, no.
multiple times in the abdomen
Oh my God.
and let her lay bleeding and in agony before he grabbed, before he grabbed a guitar string
Oh, no.
and he wrapped it around her neck several times, using it as a ligature,
Oh my God.
and he watched her slowly die.
This is his little baby niece.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Something fucking tripped in there, huh? In his
Oh.
head? What the actual fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck,
What the fuck?
man?
He, like, raped her. Oh, my God. And then he, like, tortured her. He stabbed her.
Why?
And then he still had to choke her. Like, what the fuck?
Why did he do this?
Oh, my God. You're going to be so mad.
Oh,
Well, you already are.
I hate this.
It is pretty bad. So this whole process took him only 45 minutes from the time that Tia had arrived. So within 45 minutes of her coming into that house, which she had come into multiple times, no problem, everything was normal, she was dead.
Oh my God.
I guess he had looked up online how to administer the medication in a way that she wouldn't fight back, but that she would be fully aware of what was happening. Like, that was in his fucking search history. Like, he wanted her to be alert and tortured. That was his plan. That was part of the fantasy.
Worst thing I've ever heard.
It's fucking terrifying.
That is the worst. Like
By
that is
her uncle.
that's literally my nightmare.
Just imagine, like, anybody in your life that you totally trust, and then this is what happens.
Imagine being 12
No.
and you're like, I'm gonna hang out with my cousin. I'm gonna watch some fucking football on TV.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna
about
be
to have a
great.
good goddamn night.
So excited.
Maybe we'll put hot dogs in the macaroni. You don't know. We're just
Yeah.
kids having
Yeah.
a good time.
Ooh, girl. Is that gourmet?
Oh yeah.
Ballpark.
Yeah. What is that? Annie's? That shit's organic.
Ugh,
I know it's gross.
gross. Hate Annie's.
All I like that Kraft bright neon orange shit.
Yeah, the not real cheese.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then to have your night totally flipped to where it's not even a fucking night anymore. That's just horrible.
No, it's your nightmare.
That's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me sad.
I know. It is really awful what happened to this poor... Like, she did not have the greatest childhood at all, and she made the best of it, and then this fucking happened to her.
Well, yeah, but like to not have the best childhood, I thought the mom was like gonna leave her in a closet, which is also horrible, but like, you know, do some kind
Like,
of
it's
like
gonna be the mom.
neglectful things from the mom. Yeah.
Yeah, I have like twisted feelings about the mom,
Ugh.
but I'll continue.
Okay.
Obviously, John had taken great pleasure in watching her be tortured, and he wanted her to suffer as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And when she passed away, he calmly walked to the phone and dialed 999, where he...
Oh.
Yeah, we're in the United Kingdom.
No, I know that
Oh.
part. I'm just surprised that he called.
Oh, I don't know why I was like, yeah, inside tip.
Yeah, dummy. It's not 911 everywhere.
Hot tip that I've learned from doing this fucking podcast, because I never once thought, what is the emergency number in another country?
It's either 999 or 000. Just a heads up. You know, if you try 911 and that doesn't work, try those other two.
Give any of those other ones a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so he calls 999 and he tells the operator, quote, "My niece has been murdered by me. I've just finished killing her now."
Mm.
And the operator obviously sends the police right away, right? But keeps him on the line and is like, "Why did you kill her?" There's like a whole transcript in my sources that you can read. It's really not that long of a conversation, and I'm telling you most of the interesting bits.
Mm-hmm.
But the operator was like, "Well, why did you kill her?" And his response was, "Because I felt like it." That's the only response you get from him about this.
That's gross.
Like, psycho.
Do you think that, like, you know, if you watch porn and then, like, you're done watching porn, you close everything, like, you regret all of your choices, and you're like,
what
oh
have
my
I
God.
done?
Like, I'm disgusted by the person I was 5 minutes ago.
Before all of this.
Yeah. Do you think
Ended.
that, like, that happened to him? Like, he finished his fucking fantasy, and then he was like, fuck.
Ashamed.
Yeah, like, ashamed, or, like, trying to close all of his browsers, but you have a fucking person in your house?
Maybe, but there was like no mention of remorse at all.
Oh, my God, I hate it
It
so
was just
much.
like, I did that thing. You better come clean it up. There's a
Ugh.
mess. Yeah.
Ugh,
So he's an asshole, clearly.
obviously.
Clearly.
Was the operator like, okay.
Yeah, the operator like tried to keep him on the line, and he was like, "That's all you're going to get out of me," and then like hung up the phone.
Did he try to run?
No, he was there when the police got there. So
Oh.
the police get there, and it only takes them like 2 minutes to arrive. And John answers the door all calmly and like lets him in. The police said that entering the home, you would never know that a murder had just taken place there. Like no struggle or anything in the main room, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a dead body in this house, and they're like, we heard there's a murder."
Oh, that sucks.
Eerie.
They're like, was it a prank call?
Yeah, I'm sure they were like hoping that.
Yeah.
But when they entered, they said that John was, quote, chillingly calm
Ugh.
and just having a smoke when they arrived. And he...
Inside his house?
Yeah.
Like a
just
monster.
Fucking monster. I mean, it's his house. So he's just smoking away like, "Hey, come on in." And then he ushered him to the bedroom where Tia was. And when they entered, they saw her laying on the ground. She was completely nude except for her socks.
Mm.
Her hands were tied behind her back with shoelaces.
Oh my God, no.
She still had the guitar string around her neck and was covered in obvious knife wounds, and there was blood everywhere. I guess, like, her stomach had a really gnarly wound in it. Like, it was big and bad, and it did a lot of damage.
Okay, I don't like this.
No. It was clear that there was, like, no saving her, and the young girl was already gone.
Oh my God.
So they didn't do anything to try to, like, resuscitate her or help or anything, right? Like, there was nothing they could do.
Yeah.
Next to her body, the police discovered the tools that, like, John had used on her to torture her. And there were 2 knives, a sex toy, and the end of a broomstick.
Oh, fuck,
all which
no.
were covered in blood.
Fuck.
Her autopsy showed that she suffered from a violent sexual assault that resulted in several internal injuries.
Okay.
She had been stabbed several times, most of which were done while she was still alive.
Oh my God.
It was a brutal fucking death. The official cause of death was ligature strangulation, meaning that all the torture and rape that was inflicted, she was still alive for.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I mean, This
makes
dude,
my fucking teeth hurt. I
know.
don't like it.
I know, I hate it too. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll do a happier one next time.
Yeah, at least something with like adults that I could make up something in my head about
Okay, yeah.
why it's okay.
I'll
Or
do
not
that.
okay, but you know, it's just not fucking okay.
No, it's terrible. It makes sometimes they make you feel sick to your stomach, like this one.
All right.
Erin hates me so hard right now, guys.
I'm so mad right now.
I'm sorry. This is what you get for making me listen to baby ones earlier in life. Like the one where he fucking somebody blendered a baby. What the fuck?
That was years ago. I was a different person.
Oh my God, that was the worst story you ever told me. Anyway,
I take no responsibility for things I did years ago.
you better. Well, you're paying for them now. Karma's a bitch.
I guess.
Clearly, John was arrested and charged with Tia's murder.
Yeah. How does his fucking sister feel about this?
Wouldn't you love to know?
I would.
Police looked at his online history and saw all of this fucking content, and it was all centered around torture and rape and how to do all this torture and rape and shit. And they were like, what the actual fuck? So they go to charge him, and he immediately pleads guilty.
Yeah.
Pled? I don't know how you say that word.
He pleaded guilty.
He pled?
I
Is
always say
pled not a
pleaded.
word?
I don't think it is.
Pleaded sounds wrong.
I know, but it's always in the articles as pleaded.
Anyway, he fucking pled or pleaded guilty. Whatever the right word is there.
Mm-hmm.
So a jury trial wasn't needed.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thought.
Okay.
It's insane that she had such a rough childhood and had protective services on her side, and yet this still happened to her, right? I'm like, what the fuck? She was like being watched.
Yeah, but
How?
also she was being watched, and her mom might have been like a shitty person, but also her mom wasn't the one that killed her. So the CPS people didn't really know to look out for the fucking uncle.
Right? Okay, but listen, just hear me out.
Uncle Diddles over here.
Uncle fucking Diddles.
Uncle goddamn touches them.
Who was on like a sedative or whatever, which tells me that something had to be going on with him
Yeah,
to be on this medicine.
Antipsychotic medicine.
Yeah, let's look into this,
Maybe
right?
look into fucking Mr. Madden 2010 over here.
Right? Madden 2010, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And he was like such an integral part of the family unit. You'd think that like
You do background checks on all of them.
right? Or, okay, I'm assuming because another point in time during all of this fucking shit, the story goes on and on and on. But Tia was removed from the home at a certain point in like 2006 or some shit. So 4 years prior to all of this going down. She was removed from the home and went to go live with her aunt. I don't know if this is the same aunt who was once married to Uncle John Madden or if this is a different aunt.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes and lives with her aunt, and then her and her aunt have a falling out, and she ends up moving back home with her mom. I don't know how Child Protective Services allowed this or what the fuck ever,
Yeah.
but she was placed with another family member because her home was dangerous, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So they do background checks on the family members. So I'm thinking if this were a thing, it would be natural to be like, let's check out. I mean, maybe John Madden was never like, yeah, I'll take the kids. But like, you know, in my scenario, I only have one brother. So if any CPS people were coming to get my kids, I would think they'd immediately check him out, right? Like, well, we're going to try to place him with a family. Let's pick the best family member.
Yeah, probably. Especially if he also had a 10-year-old daughter. You could be like,
Yeah.
oh, he's
Oh.
a dad. He's probably like a relatively responsible person.
Yeah, let's check them both out and see which one fits best, right? So
Yeah.
you would think that they would have looked into this and had some sort of background or
Maybe that's
something.
why she got placed with the aunt instead.
Oh, wait till you hear this shit.
Oh,
okay?
God. Okay.
So, either way, the social services, it was called Salford Social Services.
Mm-hmm.
That agency was put under review after her death because everyone was like, what the fuck happened, bro? Like,
Yeah.
she was under your care. How'd you get murdered?
Yeah, you had one job back there.
So they do this investigation, and here is what they find. Her case had a number of, quote, serious failings in the management of this case, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
It noted that there was an, quote, over-optimistic and unrealistic perception of her mom's capacity to care for Tia.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 18 months before Tia was murdered, her mom had attempted suicide in front of the children.
Oh, God.
And Child Protective Services noted domestic violence in the household, and still the kids stayed with Tia's mom.
Yeah. But they were like, that fucking bothers me. The Child Protective Services will try and keep the kids with the mom, like, as best as they can or as much as they can. But, like, it's not always the best option.
Yeah, sometimes the mom isn't the greatest. Or not. I mean, it sounds like she had a drug problem and she was trying to commit suicide and shit. Like, she wasn't the most stable.
Yeah, but that's gonna fuck a person up.
That's the worst. Yeah, like that's
as a
not a
child?
safe home.
No.
Yeah. So there were 7 instances within a 6-month period of time where Child Protective Services departments had to like come in and intervene. Like, they had to
Jesus.
come out. And I'm guessing the cops were called or some shit, you know? Like
Yeah.
something was triggered to like tell CPS like, hey, you need to go investigate this household because those kids are not being taken care of. And nothing was still done. The kids still stayed.
Oh my God.
Evidently, there were multiple agencies involved in Tia's case, and these agencies were not adequately sharing information between each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the whole scenario that she was living in wasn't really captured between, you know, like one agency would jump in and they'd be like, oh, this is an isolated event. Let's give her a second chance. And then for some reason, at some point in time, her case gets dropped. They're like, oh, her mom's recovered, right? Like, we don't need to watch her anymore. And then something happened, and then they had to intervene again. And so they got reassigned.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, to her and her siblings, obviously.
Yeah. That's the fucking worst, man.
Isn't it the worst? Oh, my God. Like, they're there to protect the kids, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Even through all of these misfindings, though, this is the part that pisses me off.
Uh-huh.
It was determined that even though all of these problems were found within her case, that it wasn't the agency's fault. And the reason is because even if Tia was taken out of the care of her mother, that doesn't mean that she wouldn't have still had a relationship with her uncle. Because as far as they were concerned, he was a good guy. Like, he wasn't even on their radar as somebody to watch out for.
Oh, my God.
And I guess some, her other 3 siblings who were living somewhere else, they still had the same amount of access to the uncle.
Wow.
So they're like, well, even if we had taken her out of the care, they still could have gotten to the uncle. And I'm like, yeah, but you should have known about the uncle. Like, that's what bothers me.
Yeah, like, how did you miss him in his antipsychotic medicine or whatever?
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, listen, I don't know how it all works, but I'm just thinking there would have been like a quick review of the immediate family members, especially if you're like, oh shit, we have to place these children all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know the best scenario to pick from.
Yeah, like who around them.
Yeah, I guess maybe the uncle wasn't offering, though, so there's that. And that makes me so mad that, like, they were just like, nah, fuck it. She still would have had access to him anyway, so he still could have murdered her. Like,
So
not our problem.
Yeah, not my fucking problem. Sorry.
Yeah, all that other shit back there was really fucked up, too, but we didn't cause her murder. Like, don't look at us.
I mean, they didn't cause it. This is all fucking Uncle Diddle's goddamn fault.
Yeah.
But
you could have helped prevented it.
Yeah, but also the mom could have prevented it by not being a drug addict.
Right? Okay,
and having
so
7 kids.
The mom's view on all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she was fucking super torn up. Like, even though she was addicted to drugs and everything and allegedly abused the children, or there was domestic abuse in the house in some way, shape, or form to where her children would get taken away. Even through all that, she loves her children.
Yeah.
And
I think it's kind of like bred into most moms.
Exactly. And so when Tia died, her mom was like, I don't want to live anymore. And she disappeared the next day. And she left a note saying, I'm going to go be with Tia. And she, like, took a bunch of stuff from Tia's room. And then she went missing. And there was, like, this huge manhunt trying to find her. And then finally, like, I don't know, a day or 2 later, a friend or someone called up and was like, hey, you can stop looking for her. She's right here. She's with me. She didn't commit suicide. But she was, like, threatening to commit suicide and then didn't. She's fucking suicidal.
Yeah, but, okay. I have mixed thoughts on that, too, though, because she's still a drug addict. So then it could have been, like, a grasp for attention type of thing.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have so many mixed emotions.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad.
All of the adults in her life failed
her miserably.
How
oh my God.
Fucking horrible is that?
So bad. So, that's my case.
Thanks, I hate it.
I know you do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's awful.
I know. That's really awful. I can't believe somebody fucking planned that shit out.
I can't believe how poorly he labeled his folders.
That's really, really... I was going to say that's the real travesty here, but
It's not. It's just confusing. Like, he was definitely dumb.
Yeah.
He was a dumb. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, A, he has a plan to murder a person. That's just fucked up in and of itself. But then B, like, he clearly doesn't have all of his facilities about him because he doesn't even know how to hide that.
Yeah. It all just makes me really uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
And he had a 10-year-old daughter.
That's so fucked up.
So fucked up.
I wonder where she was.
I don't know. Or, like, hopefully with mom, but, like, hopefully she wasn't ever hurt in any way.
Abused or anything.
Yeah.
Ugh. God.
Awful.
I couldn't even imagine. Ugh. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, we
anymore.
can talk about something else.
All right.
So if you want to check out pictures pertaining to my case,
No, I do not.
well, don't worry. There's nothing like, you know, it's just like the picture of the dude or, oh my God, Tia was like the cutest little girl in the whole entire world. She had like these freckles, and she just looked like she would have been our friend in middle school. Especially, like, all the pictures, she kind of looks like a little bit of a tomboy, I guess, but you're 12, so how much,
Well, she was really into soccer or football.
Yeah, football.
Football.
Exactly. And
That's
she just...
adorable, and I love her.
I know. Yeah, I can tell by the picture I love her, too.
Oh, that's so sad. That hurts my heart a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I will put a picture of her up as well. Is how I was getting there.
Super.
And then while you're there, go ahead and check out our Patreon and our merchandise, which are also linked in our website, isgdpodcast.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Erin put some new merchandise up there, so go poke around, check it out, see if you like it, buy something, support a local pod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then also, for as little as $1, you can join our goddamn Patreon group, and there is 18 episodes out.
Yep.
Got a little mini splurge waiting for you. A little mini binge.
Splurge all over it.
Don't do that with your moose knuckle. Get your moose knuckle out of here. Anyway, also come join us on social media. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And while you're there, join
at ISGD Podcast.
Yeah. Whatever. They fucking know by now. If not, look at the name, type it in.
Yeah,
You'll
you can
find
search
us.
it. You guys know how computers work, right?
Also, while you're there, join the goddamn pod group on the Facebook group. It's a lot of fun.
On the Facebook?
On the Facebook group.
Come on and join our group on the Facebook.
We all get together and we support each other and we talk about true crime and also just about other things in life.
Mm-hmm, pretty much just about everything.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Sometimes
to be
it's
true
just funny
crime.
memes.
Sometimes just funny memes.
Sometimes just stuff that makes you go.
Sometimes it's Aaron's rainbow hair.
It is my rainbow hair.
So come join. There's literally no prereq. We'll let you in.
Answer these questions 3.
Yeah. What is your favorite color? Okay. And then what else do we have? You can email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com and I will reply eventually. And you can give us case suggestions, or you could just say, "What's up, ladies?
What's
You
up, baby?"
Crushing it. Or you could be like, don't ever do that again.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I know everyone's going to be mad at my story. And I'm
I will.
so
I am.
sorry.
Yeah.
But remember when we were talking about buttholes earlier?
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
Bring it back. Lighten it up.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
can still feel it.
Also, you can snail mail us at P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
Thank you.
And is that all?
That's it. Later, people.
Deuces. And if you're all caught up on our podcast, stay tuned for a promo from Riddle Me That, True Crime Podcast.